friends, welcome back to Feathersuit. In today's topic, we are gonna see one more exotic birds farm. So, guys, this is entirely different from what I was uploading in the previous videos. So, we are now into a world of sun conures, which I would like to say. So, today I am in one big aviary which is called Birds of Paradise. So, I was telling earlier they have more than 150 pairs of sun conures. So almost all the birds are very much hyperactive, and as everyone knows, sun conure is known for their very huge tremendous noise. So without making much delay, we'll speak with Abbas bhai, who is running this Birds of Paradise. So let's call Abbas bhai now. Hi sir, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Sir, this is the one of the biggest aviary which I have never visited in inside the Bangalore limits, sir. So from when did you get this passion of having raising birds, and can I know more about your birds and everything, sir?
First, I started it as a hobby in 2008. I used to keep birds at my home, just pigeons and finches and lovebirds, like we all started. Then 2011 I started a small breeding setup in my house. There also we had only finches, cocktails, we had got those tough lovebirds. That time it was a big deal. So slowly we built up from that, and then I started with Africans, and then I started with small conures. Then we kept greys, and now we have slowly developed, and now we have this farm here in Bangalore where we are keeping at least close to 250 pairs of different birds.
So that's very kind of you, sir. Since you are having a big setup, so what about the maintenance part, sir? What you give the birds on daily basis, and can I know something about their diet?
We try to keep it very simple, not complicated. The main thing what we do here is we see what are the requirements. So we see what proteins are required, what fats are required, what carbs are required, and what kind of food the actual bird required. So before this we had a lot of different species of conures, but it was difficult for us to maintain for all the different kind of species of conures. So then eventually we decided we'll specialize in one species. Okay. So now we have selected sun conures, so it makes our work a lot easier. Okay. So we just have to concentrate on diet of that one single species. Okay. And as you all know, sun conures they are not much fussy eaters. So you give them just good food, any kind of food they will eat. So we have divided our food into three things what we give them every day. So we feed our bird 3 times a day. So morning we start with dry seeds, sunflower, safflower, oats, and different dry seeds. And the afternoon, this is the time where we will give them all fruits and vegetables. They will be chopped freshly every day, chopped and given. And in the evening around 4:30, 5 o'clock we give them soak seeds. So this is our daily routine what we give them.
Okay. So sir, like since you are told it's a daily routine, so for sure the food what you told and the diet what you are following to your birds is once again top notch. I just wanted to know what will be the breeding ratio, and what is the overall breeding rate in your farm, sir?
So it depends actually. So what we do now, we do not concentrate on how much our bird breeds. This is the biggest mistake what all breeders do. So I would a lot of calls, messages I get. My bird is not breeding. What to do? What medicines to give? What supplements to give? So I always tell them one thing only. Don't concentrate on breeding the bird. Concentrate on keeping your bird in top condition. Exactly. Breeding will happen itself only. The birds are there because they have bred before and they will breed. Exactly. The only thing is keep them in top condition. Give them the best environment possible, best food possible. Best water possible, and it will breed by itself. You don't have to worry about breeding at all. Just don't put a box and expect it to breed. If you are doing nothing else, if you are not able to give them clean water a day, if you are not able to give them fresh fruits and vegetables every day, then it is just a chance of luck if your bird is breeding. It might not be, it is just because of pressure from inside, the internal pressure they might breed. But won't be a natural breeding. So you always how nature works. When they get plenty of food, they breed. So you give them plenty of food, your bird will breed. Give them good food, keep them healthy, give them all what they require, and they will breed. That is what we do, and we have found success in that only.
So sir, since you have lots and lots of pairs of conures, so what is the breeding, cage size what you have given?
We have actually got 3 different sizes of cages here. So the cage what you see here is height is 4 feet, depth is 5 feet, and the width is 2 feet.
Okay.
But then with the other sizes what you have is this is the 5 feet depth, then we have 6 feet and 4 feet. So up to 4 feet you can give to a sun conure, but nothing lower than that. And what I've seen now in cages, when you give them more height, like what we have given here 4 feet, we feel that bird feel more safe inside it, and it gets a better the degree of flying higher.
Exactly.
So in that way they get better exercise and they stay more healthy. So what people do, they try to make longer cages, but they forget about the height. So they make 2 by 2 by 6, 2 by 2 by 4. So I feel that is much more disadvantage than having this cage.
Okay. So what you're saying is like you give importance not only for the length or the
Height as well. Yes.
Okay. So, sir, by this, what I understand is like you give proper wings exercise so that they won't be getting any sort of disease very soon.
Finding problem for sure.
Exactly. So the more they fly from one place to other place, so all these possible problems may not arise. What you're saying. So, sir,
These are actually the same sizes what Tony Silva has for his conures in his aviary in USA. So we have copied the same sizes from that.
So guys, so Abbas Bhai has told about Tony Silva. He is one of an world famous ornithologist. He has almost impossible birds with him. So if you are anywhere, like if you are in Instagram, you can definitely follow him so that you get a number of hidden secrets about how to raise an impossible birds and how to make them big and take breed once again from it. So sir, do you give any special food on a weekly base or anything like that?
No, we have got no special food as such, but we give very importance to enrichment. So we give them at least twice a day. So we give them enrichment because we need the birds to be busy. After feeding, what do? They have to keep themselves busy. So 2 or 3 times a week, we either put like today we gave them sugar cane. So although there is no nutrient in it, but it spends a lot of time, trying to chew it. Then we just put in some branches inside it, and then we put, just the leaves of some trees and barks and all that. So it spends time. So we do that a lot, and we feel that is a very very helpful thing for the bird. Even mentally, they are very stable. If they are kept busy, if you don't have anything for the bird to do in a cage, they will mentally not be stable and they won't be fit for breeding. So as you see in the wild birds, they are always moving around, they are always sipping on something, they are always they are not just sitting in one place, what we see in our cages. So you have to what they do naturally, we have to try to get the thing done in our cages also. That is the best thing, to having the birds in the best quality you want them to.
So, sir, how do you, reduce the mortality rate of the bird?
One biggest advantage what I have is this water nipple system, what you see here. Okay. So this has brought down my mortality to 90%.
Okay.
So what I feel my personally, 80 to 85% of your bird is dying because it is drinking, bad water. They do fishes in it and they drink that same water. They eat food, they put that food in that water and they are drinking. Although the water looks clean to you, but it is open to bacteria.
Exactly.
So I had a lot of mortality before I had this system. But once I put this system, I'm telling I've got 85 to 90% mortality rate has gone down. So I'm sure, if you implement giving them clean water, when I went to the Europe, I saw the ivories, they were changing water 3 times a day.